It's the... So he's looking to play safe again. This is fascinating.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
I'm not sure what happened there, but that's a poor shot. One. He'll want fine control over the pace of this shot. He's fortunate there. He's given away penalty points with that foul.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8. Neil Robertson, 4.
This is tough.
Tremendous potting.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
1.
He'll be disappointed with that shot.
7.
That's a poor shot, really.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7. 1. 6.
He's potted the black ball and will be irritated with himself here.
Foul. Neil Robertson, 6. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7.
Well, he's playing on here. Tricky pot along the cushion here. What a magnificent pot that is.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
1. Eight.
Very tricky shot coming up. Lots of power on this shot.
What a wonderful pot.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
1.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Great shot.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
5.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Nicely done.
Great cueing there.
Six.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Down it goes.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
11. $12.
This needs good striking here.
Played with real power. Great cueing.
17.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous pot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
18.
He won't be happy with that.
25.
He's playing the pot here. Magnificent pot.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
26. $33.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
$34.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. Tremendous shot.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
39.
Just this red needed. In it goes.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
40. $45.
Well, it goes. Half a chance. Well, an excellent pot.
46. $53. $54. $61. $62. $69.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
$70.
This is really tricky. Foul, but of no consequence.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 70. Neil Robertson, 6. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's the frame in the bag.
Thank you. The second frame. Neil Robertson to break. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Let's see what he decides to do after that foul. Looking to play this with a lot of power. That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's not on anything here.
One.
This is tough. Playing this with a lot of power.
Six.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Unbelievable pot.
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
12.
He's taking on the long red to the corner pocket.
No doubts about his power after that shot.
13.
No more than half a chance here. What a great shot that is.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
18.
Tough shot coming up.
No issues there.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
19.
He's taking this on to the right middle.
25. $26.
He's playing this into the right centre pocket. Beautifully done.
Great technique, superb cueing.
31.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket. No problem there.
Simply wonderful.
32.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. That's a top shot. Well played.
Really impressive cueing.
37.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
38. $43. $44.
Playing this with plenty of power.
That's not bad. I wouldn't say it's perfect.
50.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless. Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
He's lost the cue ball a touch here.
51.
Playing this with a lot of power.
What a top shot that is.
Excellent cueing.
57.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. Just the black needed now.
And in it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
65.
So, this pot into the right corner.
That's a good split. He's got a real chance here.
$66.
He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a great pot.
$70.
Well, he's taking it on. Excellent pot.
71. $78.
Challenging pot along the cushion here. In it goes.
79.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner? What a top pot that was.
85.
He's playing for the right corner here. That's a top shot.
86. $93. $94.
He'll play this with plenty of power. What a century that is.
$101.
Only the colours remaining.
$103.
He's playing the pot here.
Well played. That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
106. $110.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. Excellent shot.
115.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
121.
Lots of power on this shot.
Fantastic clearance. Brilliant.
$128. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
2 frames ahead, and he's starting to build some momentum here.
Yes, this is a great opportunity.
He'll want to get this cue ball close to the cushion. He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket. That's a good opening row.
1. 8.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch. Would have wanted that under better control, really.
16.
'Tricky pot coming up.
17.
High quality striking required here.
22.
Not what he intended at all. He'll be annoyed with that.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 22.
That was the risk.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4. Free ball.
What a tremendous pot!
And the cue ball was finished very nicely.
1.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. The split looks good to me.
6. 7.
Playing this with plenty of power.
14.
This is a challenging shot along the cushion.
15.
A long pot's on, and he's going for it.
Anything looks possible when he's cueing this well.
20.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
21.
This isn't easy.
Oh, tremendous pot!
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
27.
Playing this with a lot of power.
And in it goes.
Wonderful shot.
28.
Well, he's left an opportunity here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 28. One.
This is really tricky.
That's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
Three.
That's a terrible miss.
Neil Robertson, 3.
He's using the rest here, which makes it a little more challenging.
And he's missed it.
One. Three. Four.
He's taking it on. And he's missed that.
Neil Robertson, 4.
This should be straightforward enough.
1.
He's looking at the pot into the left centre. Tremendous pot.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
7.
This red required.
Down it goes.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
8.
Playing this with plenty of power.
14.
Looking to play this softly.
15. 22.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Wow, what a great pot that was.
23.
He's playing for the right corner here. That's an excellent pot.
27.
Just the colours remaining.
$29.
He's fortunate there.
$32.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Brilliant pot, outstanding. They don't come much better than that.
$36.
Lots of power on this shot.
$41.
He's playing the pot here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 41. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame.
Thank you, the fourth frame. Neil Robertson to break.
He's taking this on. That's an excellent opening red.
1.
Well, not the shot he was aiming for there.
7. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7.
This is an intriguing safety battle. Not to underhit this. He'll be pleased with that. Not really the result he was after.
One. Six.
Nicely onto the colour.
7. 14. 15. 21.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
22.
Robertson is struggling here.
Neil Robertson, 22.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
One.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Excellent pot. Superb.
Seven.
He'll play this with plenty of power. He would have hoped for a better split there.
8.
This will need good cueing.
Strokes it in.
$13. $14.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
20.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
21. $28.
He's tempted by this red. No, not this time. Close, but a miss nonetheless.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 28.
He's taking this red on. Oh, so close. He needed some luck there, and he didn't get it.
Nicely positioned for the blue here.
1. $8.
Lots of power on this shot.
What a fabulous pot that is.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
9.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
No problems with the rest there. Well played.
14.
A delicate touch required here.
That could have finished a little better.
22.
Not really the level of control he was after there. Lost the cue ball a little.
23. $30.
This is the key shot. If this goes in, you fancy him for the frame.
$31.
Good cueing required here. Well, you can't question his cue power after that shot.
$37.
Playing this with a lot of power.
What an excellent pot that is.
38.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Oh, that's a top quality shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
45.
Just the colours now.
$47.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
That's a foul, but he won't care.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 47. Neil Robertson, 4. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That is the frame.
And cue the fifth frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Playing this with a lot of power. Not ideal.
1. Touching ball.
Lots of power on this shot.
Not the ideal result, but it could have been worse.
4.
Not easy with the rest. Impressive shot with the rest.
6.
He'll need to strike the cue ball very true here.
That's a great demonstration of his cue power.
11.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$12.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Oh, that's right out of the top drawer.
Position looks pretty good to me.
19.
Gently does it.
Well, not perfect position.
20.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20.
He won't want to underhit this. Well, he's taking it on to the left corner. That's a beauty.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
1.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. That's a beauty.
He's playing very well here.
5.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. What a top pot that was.
He's cueing extremely well here.
6.
He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a top shot.
What a wonderful pot.
11. 12. 19.
'This is really tricky. Impressive shot with the rest.
20.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
25.
He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a top shot. Well played.
Oh, wonderful shot.
26.
Good split. That's really opened the table up here. Position looks good for a colour.
34. 41.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. Excellent pot.
42. 49.
Well, he's playing this into the left middle pocket.
50.
'He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on.
Excellent cueing.
55.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
56.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Great technique, superb cueing.
61.
Lots of power on this shot.
Well, an excellent pot.
62. 67.
Just the colours remaining on the table now.
69.
He's lining up the green ball. And what a beauty he's picked up there. Half a chance and he's grabbed it with both hands.
72. 76.
Perfect cueing required for this shot.
What a great demonstration of cue power.
81.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. We know he's blessed with great cue power, and that's a great example of what he can do.
87.
Playing this with plenty of power. And that completes a brilliant clearance. Fantastic play.
94. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
And cue the 6th frame, Neil Robertson to break.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Really nice opening red.
2.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Eight. 9.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Tremendous shot.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
12.
Not the best shot.
13.
Nicely onto the colour.
18.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. Oh, what a shot that is.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
22.
No more than half a chance here. That's an excellent pot.
Really impressive cueing.
23.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
28.
He's looking at this red to the corner.
What a wonderful pot.
29.
This isn't easy.
What a top shot that is.
He's cueing extremely well here.
34. $35. 41.
He's just looking to drop this in gently. Tremendous potting.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
42.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket.
47. $48.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
$54.
That's a tremendous pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
55.
He could have played that better.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 55. One. Six. Seven.
This is a tricky one along the cushion.
Neil Robertson, 7.
Pace is the key with this shot.
Well, not the best safety there.
1. Neil Robertson, 1.
He's trying to be as risk-averse as possible here.
That's a pretty poor attempt.
Foul. Neil Robertson, 4. Free ball.
He doesn't want to lose the white here. He could leave an opportunity. He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. Nicely done.
1.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
6.
This won't be easy.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Thank you, the 7th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Pace is key with this shot. He doesn't want to overhit it. Not an easy one, but a half chance. Great opening red.
1. Eight.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
9. Neil Robertson, 9.
Lots of power on this shot.
No problem there.
One.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
6. Seven.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Twelve.
Tricky shot here.
Oh, that's right out of the top drawer.
He couldn't have played that any better.
13.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. Well, that's not ideal.
18.
Playing this with plenty of power. That split is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
19.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
Very well played.
24.
Playing this with plenty of power.
$25.
He's taking this blue on. What a great pot!
He'll be very happy with the position here.
30.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner? Down it goes.
Great technique, superb cueing.
38.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner. And in it goes.
Wonderful pot, outstanding effort.
39.
What a beauty!
Position looks pretty good to me.
45.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
In it goes.
That's ended up more awkward than he would have wanted.
46.
So, this pot into the right corner. Beautiful.
Great cueing there.
52.
Beautifully done.
Great cueing.
53.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
$57.
He's taking the red on. That's just magnificent.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
58.
So, just this black needed. No problem there.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
65.
Yes, he's taking the pot on. Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
66.
Good cueing required here.
Stroked it in. Great shot.
72.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
That's a fabulous pot.
73.
Aiming for the right centre here. That's a great pot.
79.
Pace is key.
$80.
Tricky pot coming up.
What a shot that is.
83.
Just the colours to go.
$85.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. No issues there.
88. $92.
This requires a really good strike. He's on a real roll here. Great striking.
He's looking very sharp at the moment.
97.
Tricky shot here.
Amazing century.
103.
What a clearance. Amazing.
110. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
Thank you, the 8th frame. Neil Robertson to break.
Playing this with a lot of power. That is a quality opening red.
1.
Lots of power on this shot. Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
6.
Lots of power on this shot.
That's a top quality shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
7.
Playing this with a lot of power. That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
11.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket. Excellent shot.
He's playing very well here.
12.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket. Tremendous pot.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
19. 20. 27. 28.
'Tricky shot here.
Outstanding pot. It's right out of the top drawer.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
33.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
$34.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here. Well, he lost control of the cue ball there. He'll be annoyed with that.
38. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 38.
Good chance to get a foot in the door here.
1.
Pressure, perhaps? That should have been potted.
Neil Robertson, 1. One.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. That's an absolutely outstanding pot.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
8.
Brilliant. What a pot.
And the cue ball is finished very nicely.
9.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Great shot.
Simply wonderful.
15.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
16.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Fabulous pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
20.
If he underhits this, he could be in trouble.
21.
So, he just needs the black.
Nicely done.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
28.
Now that's a poor shot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 28.
He's playing the safety here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
Thank you, the 9th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
This is no gimme. Impressive opening red.
1.
I'm pretty sure that's not the position he was intending.
8.
He's taking it on.
Well played. That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
9.
Long pot, right up his street. Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
14.
Gently does it.
15.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
What a top shot that is.
Wonderful shot.
21.
This needs to be played at the right pace.
22.
This requires good cueing.
He's played that very well with the wrist.
27. $28.
Playing this with plenty of power.
What a pot!
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
35.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
No problem there.
He's left that a little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
36.
This is tough.
Oh yes, what a pot!
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
43.
Lots of power on this shot.
Tremendous pot.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
44.
This will be a real test of his cueing.
What a pot that is! Goodness me, that's a real cracker.
51.
He fancies this red.
No problems with the rest there. Well played.
52.
He's taking this on to the right middle. Excellent pot.
Oh, wonderful shot.
59. $60.
This isn't easy.
That's loose. He wanted more control there.
67.
Just the red needed here.
What a top shot that is.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
68.
That's okay, I think. Not ideal, though.
75.
This won't be easy.
$76.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
What a fabulous pot that is.
$78.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Down it goes.
79.
Playing this with a lot of power.
$86.
And he's looking to drop this into the middle pocket.
87.
Looking to pot this brown. Brilliant shot.
91.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
$92.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 92. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Thank you, the 10th frame. Neil Robertson to break.
Lots of power on this shot.
That's a good opening red.
One.
This should be pretty straightforward.
Eight.
This isn't easy.
What a tremendous pot.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
9.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
$16.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. Not quite the split he wanted.
$17.
Playing this with plenty of power.
$19.
He's going for it. What a magnificent pot that is.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
20.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. That's a foul. He'll be disappointed with that.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20. Neil Robertson, 5.
Not easy with the rest.
He's played that very well with the rest.
1. Six. 7. 10. 11.
That's a poor shot, really.
Neil Robertson, 11.
He's looking at this red. That was no more than a half chance, but he made it look simple. Great stuff.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
1. 6. 7.
'He's going for it. That's a beauty.
Excellent cueing.
12.
He's aiming for the left corner here. In it goes.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
13.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Tremendous shot.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
18.
Not what he intended at all. That's a poor shot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 18.
Nice position on the black.
1.
Lack of concentration is costing Robertson in this match. He really needs to settle down and get back to basics.
Neil Robertson, 5.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion. Great pot.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
1.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it. I think he's lost position here.
7. 8.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Well, I think he's lost position here.
11.
He's looking to play safe here. Nicely done.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 11.
Just the red required. That's a top shot. Well played.
And that should be it. Past the point of no return in this match.
1.
He's taking this yellow on.
Would you believe it?
3.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Five.
Lots of power on this shot.
Foul, but of no consequence.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5. Neil Robertson, 7.
He's taking this on. What a pot. Amazing.
3. Seven.
This is not easy.
Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
$18.
Playing this with a lot of power.
$25. Frame and match, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that's it. We have a winner, and what a brilliant player he's been through this tournament. Just brilliant.